Hey everyone, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to work on our responsive layout and we're going to use this package right here. So you can check out the documentation for it if you want. So first of all, if I go to the localhost server, you can see the text is not being shown next to the icons. So if you remember in the last video, when we created this side menu, we added this PC value, and when it is true, only then we are going to show this headers right here. So one way is if you go to the layout and when you go to the side menu, set the PC to true. And if I set it to true, it will also work. But what I'm going to do is just type here PC here. And if I go to the side menu and I'm going to make its default value to true. So by default, it is going to be true. Otherwise, if we do not want this, we are going to set it to false here. So here we are going to pass in false. Otherwise, it is also going to be true by default. So now if I save and go back and let it refresh. So now you can see I only added this PC here and by default it is true. And inside this I'm going to import from artsy Fresnel. And inside this we have a component create media. So first of all we are going to create a variable here const app media. Inside this create media, it is a function, and inside this we have to pass in an object with the breakpoints property, and it is going to be an object itself. So inside this you have to pass in the breakpoints of your app. So like the media queries you have inside the CSS. So first of all I'm going to add a 0, and you can name these keys anything you want. If I go to the documentation and here right here you can see they have added the breakpoints SM, MD, LG and XL. You can name these anything you want. So 0, and then I'm going to have a mobile. It is going, for me, I'm going to type in 549. So these are the pixels. If you want, you can change these values in the future. And then we're going to have the tablet. I'm going to set it at 850. And computer, it is going to be 1080. So now these are the breakpoints of our app. And we're going to create a const here, media styles. It is going to be app media dot create media styles. And from this app media, we're also going to destructure out some properties. We're going to need media and media context provider. So now in the return statement, make sure you're inside this user because we are only going to show this layout when the user is logged in. Before this div, we are going to add a style tag here, and let's wrap it inside fragments first. So after these fragments, we are going to have a style tag here. Inside this style tag, we are going to add the media styles, and we are going to wrap this div with the media context provider. So media context provider, and the closing tag is going to be after this div. So now inside this div, media, and the closing tag for this media is going to be after this ref. So we have wrapped this whole ref with the media, and on this media we have a prop greater than or equal to, and we're going to type computer here. So whenever the media screen, the screen the user is viewing the app is greater than 1080 or equals to 1080, this layout is going to be shown. This here right here. So consider this an if check. So if screen is greater than 1080, we're going to show this layout. And if I save this and go to the localhost server, and I'm going to open the console and let it refresh. So now you can see nothing is being shown because our responsive layout is at 1041 pixels. But if I go to 1080, and you can see the layout is being shown. And if I go back, no layout is being shown. We're going to add code for that. So when the layout is less than 1080 pixels, we're going to write code for that now. So now we are going to have another media query here. After this media, we are going to have another media. So now this media is going to be between. So this media also has a between prop. Inside this, you have to pass an array. Inside this, it is going to be tablet and computer. Notice in the suggestions, if I go back, you get these values. the breakpoints you have created. So you get these suggestions inside this prop right here. So now inside this media, we're again going to have a ref. I'm just going to copy this from this ref right here up until this ref, copy and paste. So when it is between tablet and computer, we are not going to show the search component right here. So I'm going to remove this third column, and inside this side menu, it is going to be false. So we're not going to show the text next to the icon, and its width is going to be 14 here. So now if I go back, let it refresh, and now you can see the layout is being shown. If I go back to 1080, the text is being shown here. And if I jump back, now if I go to 850, because it is layout between tablet and computer, our tablet starts from 850. You can see the layout is being shown. So tablet is at 850. It will cover the layout between tablet and computer. So between these pixels right here. And if I go below 850, you can see again, no layout is being shown. So for that, again, we're going to write code. I'm just going to copy this whole media. We are going to create another media here. Paste. This one is going to be between mobile and tablet. Mobile and tablet. So this layout is going to be between our mobile and tablet. If I go back and let it refresh. So now we are covering the layout between 549. If I go back, between 549 and 850 pixels. If I go back to 549, you can see up until 549 it is being shown, but if I go below this, no layout is being shown. And if I keep on increasing the layout, it will automatically change according to the pixels. And when we reach the 1080 mark, the text is being shown. And you can adjust this according to your needs. I'm just going to show you how it works. And what I'm going to do is, on this tablet and computer, I'm going to give it a width of 15 here. And above 1, it is going to be 1. So now we are going to create the layout between 0 and mobile. So between this 0 and 549. And after this media, I'm again going to have a media here. It is going to be between inside an array 0 and mobile. So inside this, we are going to have a mobile header. So this is going to be shown on the mobile screens. Inside this, we are going to pass in the user. And inside this, we're going to have a grid. We're only going to have one column here. So grid.column. And inside this, we're going to render out a children and save. So now if I go back and let it refresh, and let's go below 549, so 548. And now you can see the layout automatically switches. If I increase the layout, it automatically switches again. And here you can see all the layout is the same. And here you can click on these buttons. So here you can see when I click on this drop down, we have a search page right here. We are not showing a column for search. So we're going to create this page right now. It is a very simple process. Just inside the pages, new file search.js. And inside this, we're going to import our search from components/layout and search. So this is the component which we created in the beginning of the course. And inside here, we're going to return search. So now let it refresh. We will go to the search page in just a second. So now if I click on this drop down, go to the search. Oh, I have to change it here. Search, let's make it search page. And if I click on this search, oh, we have to also add it inside the app.js. So here inside the protected routes variable, context.pathname is equals to /search. And if I click on this drop down, search, and we are redirected to this search page right here. And if I go back, the home page. So inside this layout, again, you can view these as if-else checks. So if screen is greater than or equals to computer, show this layout. If it is between mobile and tablet, show this layout. If it is between 0 and mobile, show this layout. So this is all for this video. I hope you learned something new. You can use JavaScript without CSS media queries to create responsive layouts. So I will see you in the next one.